This is a Spooktober themed video because of how late I am reviewing these episodes. Ooh, spooky. Okay, so first, past Rawrist is going to talk about episode 8, and then I'm going to talk about present day Rawrist, though I guess when you watch this, I'm past day Rawrist as well. Talk about the finale, so I'm going to timestamp right now if you just want to jump to the finale and me talking about it. If not, you can just sit through other Rawrist talking about episode 8.
Did they really show us Galactus? I really like for how a bunch of these what if episodes I was going on and on about how dark and depressing they are, and then we got episode 8, What If Ultron Won? I feel like now beforehand I was complaining about a paper cut, and then Disney just came and chopped off my entire arm. So in this what if, the Avengers don't get to the cradle in time, Ultron ends up putting himself in Vision's body, or what would have become Vision, and he ends up using the Mind Stone to just take over and destroy everyone on Earth, except for a few Avengers. I wish we would have spent more time with Ultron versus the Avengers and him just devastating the Earth, but we only had 20-ish minutes. Honestly, this episode should have been an hour, just so we could show the full level of destruction, depression, and just, you know, despair, because we don't have enough of that in our own world. Tony once more died in this What If episode, and I'm really shocked we didn't get to see an extended Hank Pym dying either, because they're really going for Tony and Hank in this What If series, and I'm actually loving it. I think it's quite funny. Do you not love that every time an apocalypse happens or something really bad happens to Clint, he decides, I need this haircut? Not that it doesn't look super sexy, I think it looks great on him. I know the internet was complaining about it before, but I like it. It's just, I don't know, I feel like you'd need a lot of gel and upkeep with up top and then buzzing the sides over and over again, and in an apocalypse, especially with how depressed that dude is, I just don't see him doing the upkeep that's necessary. All I'm saying, in my fictional series, I don't think his hair is very realistic, or how someone would keep their hair in the apocalypse. And I wish we would see this badass Hawkeye in the live-action movies. I understand animated, it's easier to show characters being bamfs, but, you know, Hawkeye isn't a super soldier. He isn't a dude with a lot of fancy tech, though certainly his arrows are pretty fancy. He's not a god. He's just a dude that's, like, insanely good with a bow and arrow. And I don't feel like we showed just how good he is in the live-action MCU movies like we did in this episode. I guess we do have his live-action TV show coming out, and maybe he's gonna be a lot more crazy, but I just wish we'd see more of this Hawkeye live-action. The mirroring of Endgame, with Clint being the one that lets go and falls, and Natasha was the one holding him, was very sad, very depressing. Disney, you really seem to be layering on that depression because, you know, depressed people buy more shit. I enjoyed Black Widow throughout this entire episode. I really like her voice actress a lot. I understand why they don't have Scarlett doing her voice. I'm sure you do too. I loved her extended motorcycle riding scenes, but when she went through the air to save Clint, who was being attacked by the Ultron robots, I thought for sure she was going to land on top of him, which would have been absolutely hilarious. I mean, women drivers, right? I'm just kidding. Everyone knows women don't exist. Now Ultron. WTF. He has the Mind Stone. Thanos shows up. He has the rest of the Infinity Stones. And Ultron just slices him in half. It really makes Vision look like a little bitch. Like, dude, you could have taken out Thanos, who was fully powered with all the other stones. Shame. I guess he was handicapped a bit before Thanos even came to Earth, so that does make a little bit more sense, but still. Ultron just really makes Vision look bad. I'd say Ultron had a better vision than Thanos. I feel like Ultron went to the next level of actually making sure that there were enough resources throughout the world and the universe for people, where Thanos' plan was just really super stupid. And I loved when Ultron finally learned, wait, there's more worlds that need me to just wipe out all sentient life. That's the kind of genocidal talk that we all love to hear. And you know things are serious and someone is super powerful when they take out Disney's OP princess, Captain Marvel. I feel like in the episode, that's when things truly got real, not when all those other planets were destroyed. Then of course, the Watcher is basically a fucking teenage girl who can't stop running her mouth, which I guess is... I could have just said teenage girl, and Ultron learns of the Watcher and then of the multiverse, and we get the most epic fight ever between the Watcher and Ultron. I loved those two fighting. I could have seen a lot more of their fight if we had time. I understand there was not a lot of time this episode. Again, should have been an hour. It's kind of crazy how many different locations and realities we saw while they were punching, while they were duking it out, including Doctor Doom's homeland. It's just, there was a lot of Easter eggs I really love seeing. I'm excited to see or read if you guys spotted any extra Easter eggs that maybe I missed, so let me know in the comment section down below which Easter egg was your favorite in this episode. Now, I know I bring up the Marvel Zombies every single review, and it's just because I really like Marvel Zombies. I like the Deceased and the DC Zombies too. I guess I just really like zombies, even though they scare the shit out of me. But I'm really hoping that Ultron goes to the reality with the zombies, and through his shenanigans, he ends up unleashing it into different realities. And even if Ultron is defeated, the zombies start to infiltrate the multiverse. That would be an awesome way to end this season. Okay, Ultron he's defeated, but oh no, we got zombies. I think something that might bug people about this episode is that we do have a lot of continuity issues, but I feel like you can just explain it away by this is a different reality, multiverse, blah blah blah. Such as Gamora still being around even after Thanos got the Soul Stone. You can say, well, in this reality, maybe he had a super bestie that he sacrificed, or maybe he sacrificed Nebula. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could excuse it, and I'm not too upset if that's how they explain a lot of things that maybe fans go, wait a second, that doesn't quite make sense by going multiverse. Now, where I would rank this episode, right now it is my favorite. I know I had been reviewing episodes and every new one I was saying was my favorite, except for the last one, I think? Party Thor? Was that the last one? Yeah, that one wasn't better than the previous one, but this episode definitely is the best so far. I'm excited to see the finale and see if it trumps this episode, which I'm more than sure it's going to.
This Marvel What If finale was one of the best finales I have seen since the last time I've seen one of the best finales. I loved it so much how they ended up just bringing all the episodes together. Seeing the Watcher recruiting all the different people for his team was a lot of fun, and the different reactions. I'm sure Chris Hemsworth was loving screaming like a little bitch. I also love that Tony got shafted again. I feel like Disney maybe is a little bit butthurt about Robert Downey Jr. wanting to retire, because they have just been killing off Tony repeatedly in this What If series, or just making him look really bad. So don't piss off the mouse. I would say out of all the recruiting though, the real star of the episode, the real VIP, was evil Doctor Strange. Honestly, I would love if the main Earth MCU Doctor Strange started to become more like that, because come on, in the comics, Strange does some fucked up things to get his end goals, and we've seen a little bit in the MCU on the main Earth him also do some screwed up things to get a certain goal. So if we could push him more and more towards that, I would love it. I love evil Doctor Strange so much, and also seeing him in combat and using all his spells and protections was just so much fun. Yeah, and seeing how powerful he was, and the fact that Ultron was like, oh, I get it. If I take you out, the rest of the team falls. It's kind of like the healer. You gotta make sure you don't get a lot of aggro on you because, you know, the monsters will attack you, you're squishy, you'll die fast, and they know, okay, if I take out the healer, the rest of the team is probably gonna fall pretty quickly. I personally was hoping that the Marvel Zombies would be in there a bit more, and they would start to invade the multiverse, but it's fine that we just got to see them pile on Ultron and then see zombie Wanda try to go crazy on him, though her look of confusion when he didn't just die was great. In the future, I know we're getting to season 2, I would love to see more Marvel zombies, but I just really like Marvel zombies, so I could be in the minority here. Of course, the team up with all the different heroes was fun. It's always fun to see different heroes come together, make a team, take on a bad guy. I mean, Ultron had a decent plan. I mean, he was right. He was trying to bring order and peace to the universe. I like how everyone got a happy ending. I guess Strange got a happy ending, but he's kind of just stuck in his bubble babysitting, so I don't know. Maybe he enjoys it. Maybe he just likes watching, like in a creepy way. So yeah, loved the finale, loved the entire What If series. It was a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be terrible, but I didn't think it was going to be this good. So bravo, Marvel and Disney. You killed it. But let me know what you thought about episode 8. Let me know what you thought about the finale. Let me know what you thought about the entire season 1 of What If. Like, subscribe, and come back for more sci-fi fantasy videos.